Hey everyone, welcome back to more political chatter. We're doing another election prediction for 2024. This time it's a hypothetical one, so one that cannot happen. So this is CNN, the news network, versus Fox. So CNN, of course, they were more left-leaning, so they would be the Democratic nominee, versus Fox News, and they were more conservative-leaning, which would be the Republican nominee. As I decided to do this one just because it would be pretty interesting to look at. So Fox is going to win all these safe states. And I have a graph that sort of shows this here. There's many different graphs, but I'm reading Forward by Andrew Yang right now, and CNN, the amount of Democrats versus Republicans watching CNN, or Democrats and independents and some Republicans, it's not very lopsided. So really, I think that people would generally underestimate CNN in some areas, but they would overestimate them winning traditionally Democratic states in some areas. So let's go through this. I'm not going to be doing margins. So basically, CNN is going to win all these safe Republican states. I see Texas going to them. I don't think that I just think that there are too many moderate Democrats in the state of Texas who would not vote for CNN. But going to progressive states like California, Oregon, Washington, Colorado, New Mexico, New York, New Jersey, Maryland, Delaware, probably Virginia too, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Vermont, and Maine. These would all be those Democratic states. For CNN, definitely whether, this is where people view them, especially in D.C. and Illinois and Hawaii. These Democratic states, they're going to really appeal to this Democratic base here. And then, Fox backed Trump both years. Iowa and Ohio, two states where they really approve of Trump. Iowa and Ohio would go to Fox News. And then going up to, say, New Hampshire, I did think that would be a Fox state. I just think that Fox News is really going to paint CNN as a radical group, as a radical candidate, And I think that Fox will be seen as more of the working class type. Alright, and that is why I will give the entire blue wall to Fox. It's because that CNN is going to be seen as the Eastern Establishment candidate, the Eastern Establishment organization, while Fox will be seen as the more working class type. So I do think that the entire Rust Belt would go to Fox News. I think that the state of Minnesota would go to them. And the state of Florida, definitely a conservative state that went to Trump both years. Trump is very popular here. I think that would go to them. But going to Arizona and Nevada, I think that these would be Democratic states, just because of the fact that Arizona has a lot of independents. There are more independents than Democrats and Republicans in the state of Arizona, and CNN has more independent viewers than you would think. So I do think that these states with a lot of independents would go to CNN. And going to North Carolina and Georgia, there's a spider on my leg. Sorry. But going to these two states, I think that these are conservative enough to go to Fox News, and I don't see minorities that carried the Democrats to victory here in 2020 turning out for CNN that much. So this is my final map. Very interesting, saying that Arizona goes blue, but Minnesota and New Hampshire go red. So thank you all for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time.